Hey, welcome to this video. If you arrived here, you're probably searching for a view of AstroFlipping, so I'll go over how it works and give you my 2 cents, whether I think it's a good use of your time. I'm always coming up with videos like this, so consider subscribing. And if you'd like my free training on the number one simplest, fastest way to earn a full-time income from home, all you have to do is click the link below. You'll see my email opt-in page. Enter your best email. I can send you my free training if you want. AstroFlipping, let's dive in. So what it is, basically, is a course or a coaching program, rather, that's going to teach you how to invest in real estate. Now, if you're already immersed in real estate investing, you probably know there are three types you can do. There's flipping, that's where you buy a property, renovate it, and then sell it for a profit. There's long-term buying and holding, where you'd buy a property and wait for the value to rise before selling it, and it's a long-term strategy, so usually 5 to 10 years at least. Astro Flipping, despite its name, you'd think it'd be a flipping course. It's actually focused on the third method of investing, which is wholesaling, where you would contract homes to a buyer at a higher price than what the seller is offering. So you'd be acting as the middleman, basically, in this exchange. Now, what makes Astro Flipping unique is they'll teach you how to wholesale in a very specific way. Instead of being just one person acting as a middleman between the buyer and the seller, you'd find other wholesalers who would normally be your competition. You'd find them wholesalers who have dead leads. You'd reach an agreement with the wholesaler to lower the price for you in exchange for you'd find a buyer for them. That's why, and then send this deal to buyers in the area for an amount slightly above the selling price. So you'd be making a very small cut. So if it's a $90,000 deal, you might make $3,000. And so you try to do this over and over several times a month. And that's kind of how it works in a nutshell. So it's less risky, I guess, than just being a solopreneur, one wholesaler. You'd be partnering. I guess you would call it, I don't know what you would call it, but you'd be partnering with these other wholesalers and taking a small cut, basically, for finding buyers. So I hope that makes sense. So it's an interesting angle, what they're teaching. I haven't seen this strategy before. As far as how the course is structured, so there's essentially 2 memberships you can get into. So yeah, it's the Astro Accelerator is more for beginners, and then the executive version is for people who are already doing quite well and are looking to scale their business. Now the training is very in-depth, 78 videos for Astro Accelerator, 88 videos for Astro Executive, and it's 6 weeks for the Astro Accelerator, 7 weeks for the executive, but you can do it at your own pace. You don't have to take 6 or 7 weeks. That's just how it's structured. But it's 10 hours of video training around there. And then you actually have to take action, because it's a very action-based course. If you just watch the videos, but you don't take any action, you're not going to get results. Action is actually the most difficult part. But the support is there. I mean, they have 2 group training calls per week with the program creators themselves. It's two guys, although the one guy on the front page, he's kind of the face of the company, but so yeah, it's two group training calls per week with the program creators for 6 months, and then you get lifetime access to the community. As far as the price itself, it's not going to be cheap. You actually need to apply and get on the phone with one of their high ticket closers, so which tells you it's going to cost in the thousands of dollars anytime someone asks you to get on the phone. But based on the reviews I've read, it's going to be between $5,800 to $7,500. So you need a good chunk of change lying around to be able to afford that, but which not everyone can, or not everyone wants to spend that kind of money, right? So on a coaching program. But as far as real estate coaching programs go, it's definitely one of the better ones. You can see their YouTube channel. They have lots of student testimonials. And the thing I like about these testimonials is they actually give hard numbers. It's not like very vague, like, oh, I like the training, like, oh, I felt it was life-changing. No, they're saying, I did this number of deals in my first month. I made this much. So I do like that about the testimonials. It makes it seem more trustworthy. The program creators are definitely experts in their field. They've both been involved in real estate since the early 2000s. They co-founded a company called, so this is the company Keegley, which they claim is the #1 wholesaling company in the United States. So these guys are actually practitioners. They're not just theorists. And it's important to learn from practitioners, people who are actually in the trenches every day. At least I think so. Now, my only issue with this program is not the training itself. The training's great. It's if you want to learn wholesaling, it's this whole business model of wholesaling itself. Real estate in general is very difficult. It's for people. First of all, it's for people who already have money. So, if you don't have, in addition, money for the training, if you don't have an additional, I would say, $5,000 to $10,000 lying around at least, then you shouldn't really be getting involved with this. Although the way they teach it is it's cheaper to get started with than traditional real estate investing, but you still do need some capital. And also another issue with real estate investing, it's not especially the way they're teaching it, it's not passive. It's very hands-on. You can be driving to different sites, finding leads, cold calling prospects, negotiating, worrying about the specific legalities of wherever you live. I mean, the law is different in every state, sometimes even in towns and different counties. And it's just a very hands-on and complicated business as well. Not what I would consider simple or beginner-friendly and passive whatsoever. I mean, it just sounds like a big headache to me, to be perfectly honest. And there's a lot of risk that goes along with it. So if you're someone who's risk averse, then this business model is not for you. So it just depends who you are. But if you're okay with all that, then you can go ahead and check out AstroFlipping. But look, maybe you're here not necessarily because you want to get involved with, building a wholesaling business. Maybe you are just looking for a simple, reliable way to earn more money and maybe earn from the comfort of your own home. If that's the case, what I suggest is click the link below. You'll see my email opt-in page. Enter your best email. I could send you my free training that'll detail a business model. You could do 100% from home. It's 100% digital. You don't have to be driving to different locations. You could be a solopreneur, just one person on your laptop or desktop. There's lots of leverage and automation in place, so it's very passive. You don't have to be there all the time necessarily. And it's a very simple, beginner-friendly business model. The startup costs are incredibly low, and the earning potential is very high, and the profit margins are very high as well. So if that's something that piques your interest, definitely check out that link below. I hope you enjoyed this review. Hope to see you on the other side of that link, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.